Let me say a good morning to everyone, a good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you are. We break with some breaking news that popular British author and poet Benjamin Zephaniah has died at the age of 65. And according to reports this morning, Benjamin Zephaniah, who was a poet and an activist, a prolific author, an actor and musician, died on December 6, 2023 at the age of 65. He was known for his dub poetry, which combined Jamaican rhythms and dialect with political and social themes. He was also an actor, a musician, a professor, and a Rastafarian. He wrote several books of poetry, novels, and children's books, and appeared in TV shows such as Peaky Blinders and The Lenny Henry Show. And of course, if you're just joining us, we are just sharing some breaking news that British author and poet Zephaniah Benjamin has died at the age of 65. And Benjamin Zephaniah was awarded the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 2003, but he declined it, saying it reminded him of slavery and colonialism. He was also nominated for the post of Oxford Professor of Poetry in 2019, but he withdrew after a controversy over his criminal record. He was a vocal supporter of various causes such as animal rights, veganism, anti-racism, and anti-war. He was also considered one of the most influential and popular writers in Britain, and he was named one of the top 50 post-war writers by the British Times in 2008. Benjamin Zephaniah was also an activist for various causes such as the Human Rights, Animal Rights Act, and anti-racism and anti-war. He uses poetry and his voice to raise awareness and to challenge injustices and oppression. Some examples of his activism are: he was a supporter of the Palestine Solidarity Campaign and joined demonstrations calling for an end to the Israeli occupation of Palestine lands, describing the activism as the anti-apartheid movement. He was also a supporter of the BDS boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. He was a campaigner on issues of human rights and welfare and advised the British Council on aspects of school curriculum. He was a leading supporter of the Vegan Society and promoted veganism as a way of life that respects animals and the environment. And of course, if you're just joining us, we are sharing some breaking news that the British author and poet Benjamin Zephaniah has died at the age of 65. And of course, some other causes supported by Benjamin was he was a campaigner for nuclear disarmament and the Stop the War Coalition and opposed the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He also spoke out against the arms trade and the nuclear weapons industry. He was a patron of the British animal rights organization Vival and the anti-racist organization Newham Monitoring Project. He also supported various charities and causes such as the Delt Solidarity Network, the Animal Liberation Front, and the Rastafari movement. And just looking at some of the morning's papers, the Standard says that the British writer and poet died from a brain tumor. It goes on to say a statement from Mr. Zephaniah's family posted on Instagram said, "It is with great sadness and regret that we announce the death of our beloved husband, son, brother in the early hours of this morning, December 7th. According to the newspaper, Benjamin was diagnosed with a brain tumor 8 weeks ago. Benjamin's wife was by his side throughout and was with him when he passed. And as we said, that was some breaking news. The British author, musician, actor Benjamin Zephaniah dead at age 65. And here at the Four Corners, the Dread Podcast, we just like to extend our deepest condolences to the British public, to the family and friends of Benjamin Zephaniah, on behalf of my wife and myself. This has been Albert Williams with some breaking news. British poet, author, poet, actor, and musician Benjamin Zephaniah has died, age 65.
You have loved